Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good morning to all the students. Okay, for today I would like to introduce to you, for our experiment for FTIR, or we call it as a Fourier transform infrared analysis. So with me is Mr. Khairi, is the technician who are in charge for the FTIR analysis, and here you can see the machine for FTIR measurement. Okay, after this I will explain to you how we prepare the sample, and also how we run the experiment, and also how we can get the data for the FTIR measurement. Okay, so here is the compartment of the FTIR analysis. Okay, as you can see here is the actually normally when we run the FTIR analysis we need to close this chamber, and then when we open it you can see actually the three different parts of the compartment. Okay, here at the middle is the sample holder. Okay, this one very sensitive. Okay, and then as you know, for FTIR, the infrared laser will bombard the surface and then penetrate through the samples, and then the detector will detect the signal, and then they will show the data as you can see here on the screen. Okay, here on the screen is the example of the FTIR analysis. I think for those who are working in industry, involved in surface coating analysis or any kind of polymer materials, I think you're quite familiar with the polymer or FTIR analysis. So you can see here, here is the y-axis referring to the transmission. Okay, in FTIR normally we have a two mode. First mode we call it as a transmittant. Okay, and second one we can see this one we can also plot it as an absorbance. Okay, actually it's the similar. Normally transmittant is 1 over absorbance. Okay, so when you plot as an absorbent, this graph will be rotate or mirror like. Okay, and here is very important for FTIR analysis. As you can see here, the x-axis is the wavelength. Okay, it's the wavelength for the functional group. Okay, all these peaks that you can see here, all these peaks is actually referring to the wavelength. Okay, for each functional group. Okay, I think some of you familiar with functional group definition. Okay, functional group meaning that for polymer, for example, you have carbon and hydrogens or oxygen. Okay, this one you can detect either you can measure C double bond C or COCH or COCH, COC, and etc. Okay, this is very important. Okay, FTIR analysis normally is widely used in polymerics analysis. Okay, as well for the coating material who using the polymer either in metals or ceramics and others. Okay, I think that's the first part of the introduction, and later on I will explain to you how we prepare the sample. Okay, this is a very critical part for FTIR analysis, sample preparation, because if you cannot prepare the sample well, the result of this graph might be interrupted. Okay, so we need some people who are very skillful in order to prepare the samples. Okay, as you can see, the sample preparation, maybe I can show you here some. Okay, you can see here some of the sample. Okay, normally we need to make about 1 millimeter thin film. Okay, in order you need to this slaughter, and then you can slot in this slaughter like this. Okay, so the thickness of the thin film is very important. Okay, for you to prepare, and then you need to make sure that you need to prepare homogeneous mixture of the powder. Okay, for this for FTIR analysis, sometimes we can measure as well in liquid form. Okay, normally we can prepare either in solid form or either in liquid form. Okay, for liquid form normally the holder is different. This one only for the powder. Okay, but the liquid form we also capable to do that. So if you have working industry, you can send sample to us. We can also measure the liquid form of the measurements. Okay, here's some example. This one you can see the hole. So you need to prepare the very thin film inside, and then you put the slaughter in, and then the laser will bombard the surface of the sample, and then they will pass through and detect the signals. Okay, I think that's all for the first part, and later on I will show to you how we prepare the sample. This is very important for your experiment. Okay, thank you. Okay, we come back again. So now for the second part of the experiment, so we will focus more on how we prepare the sample for FTIR analysis. Okay, Mr. Khairi will help me later on to demo to you how we prepare the sample. But before that, I want to explain to you different important parts of the sample preparation. Okay, as you can see on this table, there's a few setup. Okay, here you can see. Here is the mold. We need to prepare the thin film. Okay, here is we call as a pestle and mortar. So we need to grind the powder. Okay, here is the 95% ethanol. Okay, now for washing purposes. Here is the potassium bromide. Normally for FTIR analysis, we need to add this potassium bromide in order to make the result more clear, and also we need to eliminate any kind of impurities inside. Okay, here is the sample example we prepare for you today. So for today experiment, so we just prepare for you in powder form. Okay, now as I mentioned before in my first part of my video, normally we can do as well for the liquid form. Okay, here is the very important part. We call this hand press machine. Okay, as I said, you need to prepare the very thin film of the sample. So in this case, we are using the hydraulic hand press machine. Okay, for this hand press process, okay, the pressure applied on the sample is approximately 500 psi. Okay, if you want to convert to any unit, you need to convert by your own. But it depends the model that you purchase. Okay, for the hand press machine. Okay, so in this particular sample preparation, okay, the important part you must consider is that the ratio between potassium bromide or KBr with the samples. Okay, normally the ratio between the KBr and also the sample approximately 1 to 10. Okay, for example, 1 gram of the sample and 10 gram of the potassium bromide. Okay, so that's we call as a golden rule of the FTIR sample preparation. But it depends, okay, on the sample. Sometimes you need to do try and error to get a good data. Okay, once you get the good data, and then you can set your own standard for sample preparation. But normally for FTIR, the golden rule is about 1 to 10 ratio. Okay, so now Mr. Khairi will help me how to prepare the samples. Mr. Khairi, can you prepare the samples? Okay, first you need to prepare first you need to put the KBr. Okay, normally you need to measure first the weight. Okay, but because Mr. Khairi is a very well trained staff, so that's why he know approximate amount of the powder that to be added. Okay, during the sample preparation. Okay, for the students, you must understand why we need to put KBr, okay, in the sample preparation. Okay, I didn't explain here, but you need to find by your own the answer. Okay, now Mr. Khairi will put the samples. Okay, approximate roughly about 1 to 10 ratio. Okay, of course, the amount of the powder is depend on the density itself. Okay, let's say if you weigh 1 gram of the high density powder, so you only get small amount of the powder. But if the density of the powder is very light or very low, the density, so the volume of the powder you can see here. Okay, the volume of the powder for the sample you can get much larger than the KBr. Okay, that's why I told you, for those who are newbies in this kind of sample preparation, so you need to understand and do try and error in order to get good data. Okay, for FTIR measurement. Okay, now later on, Mr. Khairi will mix the powder. Okay, it's normal. Okay, the rule is that you must make sure that you need to mix well the powder. Okay, well mixed, and also you must make sure that the KBr is well mixed, distribute. Okay, together with the sample powder. Okay, my tip is that you need to make sure that you need to grind until you get something like very fine powder. Okay, something like flour. Okay, when you make a bread, so you need to use a very fine flour. So similar with the FTIR analysis, you need to prepare the sample like this. Okay, if you still feel that something like agglomerate material in, so you need to grind more. until you satisfied with the powder. Okay, and later on Mr. Khairi will prepare the sample inside the mold. Okay, normally in material science we call as a male and female mold. Okay, now the setup, Mr. Khairi will put some sample. Okay, so you can see here, this one normally we call as a female mold, and then this one we call as a male mold. Okay. Okay, this is a very critical stage. Okay, the amount of the sample that you need to put in, okay, inside the mold. Okay, that's why I mentioned to you, if you well trained staff to conduct this FTIR analysis, so you will get nice sample preparation. Okay, that's why you can see Mr. Khairi just take a little bit amount of the powder. Okay, can you close, Mr. Khairi? Okay, now we close the sample and then we put under the hydraulic hand press machine. Okay, now after you set the sample inside, so later on Mr. Khairi will pull the hydraulics pressure and adjust the pressure up to 500 psi. Okay, but it depends, yeah. In this case, it depends. Sometimes you need 500 psi. Sometimes you need lower than that. But it depends on the model of the hand press machine that you use. Okay. Now, Mr. Khairi already get the 500 psi.
1 minute.
Okay, and then 1 minute holding time. Okay, why we need 1 minute holding time? Because we need to make sure that the force is well distributed, okay, to all the surface of the specimens. Okay, that's a normal in hand press process. Okay, you cannot press and then you leave it. Okay, normally when you press and then you need to wait about few minutes, and then you need to, sometimes if the pressure is become lesser, you need to press a little bit to make sure the pressure is stable back. Okay, and then until we remove the hydraulic pressing. Okay, that's very important. So that's why I cannot say that you need to follow 1 minute. Sometimes you need more than 1 minute. It depends. Okay, depends on the nature of your sample. Okay, but for liquid it's very easy. Okay, for liquid sample we no need to do the hand press. Just drop the sample inside the designated mold for the liquid. Just drop it and then just put inside the machine. Okay, but today experiment I just focus only on the powder specimen. Okay, boleh? Right. So now we release the pressure. Okay. Alright, so now we release the pressure, and then you can see, maybe I can close up. Okay, you can see the thin film of the powder inside. Okay, the white powder. Okay, and then normally in this case you need to do something like try and error. Okay, sometimes you can see the powder is not well distributed. But it's important for you to understand that sometimes we cannot get good data because due to sample preparation. That's why my suggestion is that since the data measurement is very quick, okay, normally we just test, the machine just scan the sample within few seconds. Okay, that's why the sample preparation, but the good is that you can see the thin film here. Okay, this one the front view, maybe from the back view you can see here. Okay, the thin film. Okay. Okay, later on, Mr. Khairi will put the sample inside the slaughter. Okay, here is, as I mentioned in my first part of video, here is the slaughter. And then later on, Mr. Khairi will close we close the chamber. Okay. Okay, now Mr. Khairi will run the sample. Okay, normally after this, Mr. Khairi will run the samples. Okay, and then later on you will get the data as shown on the screen. Okay, so now your task is for this experiment, me and Mr. Khairi will provide you a few data, okay, with the functional group wavelength value. Okay, and later on, based on the functional group value that based on the wavelength value that we give to you inside the exercise, you need to identify what kind of compound, okay, what kind of material that you can detect for that particular example or analysis. Okay, in your case, I give you 3 types of materials. Material A, material B, and material C, and then later on I will upload in e-learning portal, and then you can solve the question, and then together prepare the lab report as usual. Okay, I think that's all for FTIR analysis. If you have any question, you can ask me directly, or you can ask Mr. Khairi as well regarding the technical part of the machine. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy this video, and then I hope you can review many times this video for your experiment this coming week. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.